My boyfriend makes 250,000 a year, but he does not want to propose until I'm completely debt free.
Interesting.
Interesting.
You're not gonna like me. If you were my daughter, you want to know what I would tell you?
What?
Dump him.
Yeah, I mean, he's a great guy.
No, he's not. No, he's not. No, he's not.
He's making you prove your worth.
Based on money.
Yeah.
To him. You're having to buy your way into this relationship. Nope. You're a princess and you deserve more than this.
The reason I've been able to put majority of my paycheck towards my loans is because he does pay for all our rent.
Oh, so you live together?
Yeah, we live together.
Oh, so you're already married, but you just didn't admit it.
Yeah, it does feel like we're married.
Well, gosh.
Yeah. So what's his incentive to get married? None. The number one cause of divorce in North America today is money fights and money problems. And guess what this is? This is a money fight.
Yeah.
You're just not having it out loud. You're having it in your head.
I think that $90K in debt is a lot. I definitely see where
that's what she said?
Yeah.
90K.
Well, no, that's what the prompt said.
But what
words?
Okay.
She is $90,000 in debt.
I think that $90K in debt is a lot. I definitely understand where that man.
Maybe that ain't nothing. Right. That's very light work.
At 26, 90.
Yes.
Okay,
in my mind, I'm saying it's student loans. I could be wrong.
Wow.
They didn't say it. We don't know. But $90K is light work.
And he's suggesting, he tells her to leave him.
Yeah, the man.
Oh, yeah. Go ahead, guys.
His name is Dave Ramsey.
And he said to dump him, to leave him.
That is his advice. And I just want to go back to our beginning conversation where we spoke about love not being enough.
Love it.
All
back.
Not that I'm taking it all back.
No, I said tie it all back.
Okay, yeah. This man is saying dump him because he is trying to get you to value yourself based on money. And like we said before, money is important. Money is important, to be honest. I don't think that I would be comfortable marrying someone knowing how much debt that they were in until we can get that sorted out. And whether that was sorted out before marriage or if we came up with a plan for us to
it seems like they have a plan.
Clear your debt while we're in the process of becoming married. If that plan has been set, then I feel like, okay. But I think that this man's advice was kind of like a little skewed because money does matter, especially if we're going to go into an official legal union.
Mm-hmm.
It does matter. For him to say like he's using money to, show your worth or your value was just like not accurate to me. Because love isn't the only thing that leads to marriage. Other things matter as well.
Okay.
Okay, you guys can talk.
Why do they have to come up with a plan for her debt if he's paying all the bills at home?
And maybe that's a part of their plan is that he focuses on the bills in their home while she tries to clear her own debt.
But okay, that's fine. But then she should leave him.
That's what I said. I don't agree with that.
That was wild because what's 90,000? I didn't go to college, so is that student loans?
I'll be honest.
Is that a car? Is that what is
that? That could be student loans, mixed with credit cards.
Yo, 90,000 is light work.
No.
The fact that he's letting her. I'll say this: the fact that he's paying all the bills.
He did the math. Whatever math he came up with. Yes, I'm not trying to pay off your debt. And she called into the show.
Same thing. They should have asked. They should have did a read Rome, right? They should have did a read Rome, right?
So, What happens when he pays off her, or he helps pay off her debt, and they break up, or they get a divorce? Then what?
Then he's holding the bag.
Yeah, nah.
I mean, okay.
Sorry.
I'm gonna approach this in a few different ways. Well, maybe not. But anyway, one, I think that this is not prudent guidance because what? Okay. This isn't good information because at the end of the day, we don't know what her spending habits are. The assumption is that we're saying it's student debt, but we really don't know. She could be a terrible spender. She doesn't like manage her bills very well, so on and so forth, right? But I think if it's student debt, that's a little bit different because at the end of the day, it's gonna be with you always. And if I have $90,000 in debt and I have $90,000 in debt and I have a good job and it's leading to like incremental growth over the years, then I would, essentially be able to pay that off. But saying that someone needs to pay that off like before you get married, while you're in your career, so I don't know how fair that is. Only because we don't know how she. I think how she got the debt is really what's important. Because really $90,000 in student loan debt, that ain't shit. Like it is really not. Like even for a state college, like was it CUNY? Well, I don't know. I'm just saying like I'm using CUNY as a reference because CUNY is a pretty decent state college, right? And $90,000 in debt after a 4-year degree that is going in an area that's gonna produce money. It's merely an investment. I mean, fair enough. At the end of the day, like if she this is the thing. If she want to be with him, she got to get with the program or not.
The program is what he's $250,000 and we're not getting married. If you want to be married, if it's the thing that you want, pay your shit off.
I agree.
I don't know what's so hard about
and
this.
he's putting her in a predicament.
No, she put herself in a predicament.
You ain't listening to what I'm saying.
You're gonna say that, man. I'm sorry.
He's putting her in a predicament or a situation where she can pay it off. She literally just said that she's the reason why I'm able to put most of my money towards this debt is because he pays all the bills. So it's like, it's either you stay with his program, which is paying off the debt, or you don't.
Okay.
No, honestly, Alan, I actually think you're
unrealistic.
Yeah.
But I do want to say
even
though what they have together is
looking at the time.
Even though what they got is helping her pay her debt, right? Mm-hmm. In the long run, this doesn't work for him. Because
it does work for her though.
It works for her and her alone because coming together, they're not using both of their incomes to put together to a household. He's paying everything by himself. She's working on her personal shit. Mm-hmm. So it's like, I marry you and you're still just using your own, like, what is the benefit for him?
Financially, yes.
Financially.
I agree. Mm-hmm.
I'm just going to keep paying for both of us until you pay off $90K when calculating, that's going to be how many years?
Yeah.
A long fucking time.
But I will say this, if it's student loan debt and it's like, it shows that like that debt incurred helps her to like build her career and it's going in an upward trajectory. Like I feel like then I think it would be okay for her to feel the way that she feels. Because I mean, I'm just saying, my husband married me and I got student loan debt. He ain't got nothing. He's lucky enough to have parents who paid for all of his school, undergrad, grad, doctorate, whatever. But I didn't. Like I went to school for free for undergrad and grad, and then law school. That's my debt, But I'm also not asking my husband to pay for it, and I'm also not asking him to like put in on any investments that I'm making, that also include my debt. I don't know. I think that like I don't think the fiance or husband, whatever this nigga is, like I don't think he's being unreasonable.
I think she's mad disrespectful calling into the show saying this.
I mean, but I don't want to say disrespectful, but like it's kind of like Reddit. Like you call in, it's like the same people that asked Amanda.
All right.
Yeah, I don't really think that she's disrespectful. The only thing I didn't like was that man's response to it all.
No, I agree. I actually think that he's not right. And he's probably looking at it from his perspective as a father and his perspective like as a provider who has probably given X, Y, and Z to his child, you know, like up to this point. Like he's saying, oh, like she's a princess. She should get.
Can I just say one more thing? Can I just say one thing? If we are talking student loans, student debt, and I don't want to get too much into this, but I'm gonna just drop this here.
Yeah, you're going.
Who's responsible? We don't do that ourselves. You know, it's really our parents that put us in these in school, and I'm just saying they make all of the loan agreements and all of this. They do that.
Well, no, I'm
just saying.
Any loans that I've taken for school have been in my name. They haven't been. My parents have had nothing to do with it, and
because you did that.
Well, no, because I went to college. I went to undergrad for free.
Okay, and I went to all of your thing has to do with your law school, so that's all on you.
Yeah.
Okay, right. But undergrad, people have student loans from undergrad, and as an 18, 17-year-old. We didn't do that ourselves.
No, I think you do it yourself.
You don't do that yourself. Your parents do that. And when they take out tens and thousands of loans for you to go to school and it's in your name and now you're 30 years old and they're asking for it back and your parents are just like, oh yeah, that's on you. That's usually how it goes.
Okay.
That is. So
I wouldn't know. I don't know.
I'm just saying for you to say that he's looking at it from a father's point of view to be like, well, yeah, the next man should be able to
I disagree with that.
No, I know, but you're like he's coming from a father's point of view where like, yeah, she's the princess and the man should be able to pay for her student loans is because you dropped her off with those student loans. Oh, okay, she didn't do that herself. You guys did that. And now you're expecting her to find a husband or find a man to pick that shit up. And he can't pick that shit up.
That's a good point.
I have student loans.
Terrible advice. I mean, at the end of the day, like everyone knows that like student loans are an incredible burden to like anybody right now. Like, Jesus Christ, like everybody has student loans, right? And I think if you're lucky, like I was lucky to find somebody that doesn't have student loans, so we're only dealing with mine. But that's a decision that I made. Just like whatever $90,000 that in debt that she is, that's her decision. And I think if her fiance or man or whatever, I guess fiance, if he's not on that same page, I think that is a wake-up call to her, simply because so many marriages are destroyed by financial burdens. And if that is his hard stop as far as getting married, then that's what it is. Either you going to get on his program or you're going to figure out your own program, stand on your own 2 feet, pay your own debt, and go from there. Like, that's, I mean, I don't want to say his program, but at the end of the day, like when you have two competing interests, like somebody has to give. Either someone's going to give or somebody has to remove themselves from the situation. It's not a difficult decision in the sense that there aren't that many options. You have two options. Two options. Right? So like it's not that hard.
Take the emotion out of it and do it.
Yeah.
Have the difficult conversations. This episode will be
literally
titled The
difficult
Good Guy.
Conversations.
And
the
good guy no woman respects.
No, it's not. It's about difficult conversations. Watch, he's gonna put that on there, and then the clip is gonna have nothing to do with it. But I think what makes the most sense is like it's either you're on the program or you're not. Like you have to be aligned when you were. And the thing is that they're already living together, so you plan married. You know, like
not paying bills and calling up a show complaining about your debt.
I'm not saying that she's proving to be a liability, but like she has to make a decision. Like either you're on this man's program about how he thinks about money, because the way he thinks about money now is the way he's going to think about money in 5 years. He believes that no debt is what makes sense to him. In my household, debt makes sense to me because we're leveraging debt. We're leveraging debt. So I don't care about these student loans. I don't care about this mortgage. I don't care about none of that, because at the end of the day, if I can leverage it to make more sense for what we're building financially, then that's what I'm going to do. But if you're married to someone that says, I don't want no debt, and you're okay with having debt and leveraging it, down the road, that's not going to make any sense. You're going to continuously butt heads. And if you're butting heads, that's going to create an issue for your marriage, which she wants to be married, you know, or apparently he wants to be married too, but just without her debt. I wouldn't say he's a stickler. I wouldn't say that he's a stickler. I think that he is saying that, look, this is how I operate financially, and that's what makes sense for me. And if you don't believe the same way, then that's probably not a good match for you. Unfortunately, like the love, because she said, oh, he's a nice guy, a decent guy, whatever. But like that alone is not gonna fix any issues that you have financially. I'm sorry, like someone that believes in having debt and using debt, being married to someone who doesn't believe in debt, that is a huge red flag. Huge. I just don't see how it's gonna work. They're on a different page, and she needs to make a decision. Like, do she want to be on his page or get him to compromise or something or other? It ain't gonna work unless they figure it out.